Quick disclaimer, Master of the Markets and ASX Trader myself is a corporate authorized representative of Skyrockets Australia, and this information provided is for general educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. A little bit about me, I've got a Bachelor of Education. I'm a certified financial technician through the International Federation of Technical Analysis and certified level 1 Elliott Wave through CEWA. All right, let's get into the charts. Just a reminder, myself, Craig, and Craig will be live on the Gold Coast in 9 days now. So not this coming weekend, the weekend after. And it is on the 21st of June. We have over 120 people coming now. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be very hands-on. Like I said, I'm going to treat it like I did my classroom. And how I used to treat my classroom is that every person there would learn something new, because otherwise what's the point of them being at school that day? Okay, so there's going to be stuff for beginners, there's going to be stuff for intermediate, and there's going to be stuff for advanced people. Everyone will walk away going, man, that was friggin' amazing. Okay, very hands-on learning. We are also going to be hosting an after event as well. So after the event, all day, 8 to 6, lots of learning, lots of networking, lots of hands-on activities. And then after that, 6 to 8, we're going to have food, drinks, beer and wine free for anyone after the event that wants to hang and mingle up afterwards as well. So great networking event as well, where you can kind of just get to talk to other like-minded people. There's not enough of these things, and it's amazing. Sometimes the conversations you have with the people after the event are even more powerful than actually what you learn at the event as well. All right, but I will put the link in the description. Time's running out. Lots of people are already coming, so make sure you're there and join them as well. All right, let's get into the charts. So first of all, one of the things I talked about was oil. And I spoke about it last night, which was about 12 hours ago, just saying, and that was funny. It was actually petrol that also triggered to go, man, petrol's so cheap right now. What you've got to remember is petrol hasn't even kept up with inflation. So I was paying 78, 80 cents a litre back in the 2000s, late 90s. And we're only, less than double from that, or let's say even double. But as we know with inflation, things have actually probably 4x since that point. So oil is actually very undervalued, even if you look at it from that point. But obviously there's a lot more other massive macro charts that are saying the same thing as well. But this is what I was trying to say is oil's bottom, load up your thing ASAP. And then oil had a 5% move last night. So then this morning I posted this, we had a nice 5% move. This is what I posted in Academy a month ago. Okay, so oil's slipping through the bears. As discussed, as you guys know, I do my weekly outlook on a Sunday night. We go through what's looking good, where's the surf looking good. And from that, this was the map. So this was back when we were down at whatever it was, 50 kind of 8 or whatever. And then from there, this is what I said, this is what we're looking for. And then we get the change of market structure through here. That will be the confirmation of the low. So I'll just show you that now, and you can see what it is that I'm looking at. How we're not in other woodworks yet, but they'll show you the key levels to really look for and how it is looking really, really good. So if you if you look at that, that's exactly what it's done. Come up, so zig, zag, and now broken up through that key level. So I just want to look at the big picture first. So here you can see we had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice triangle there. This, when oil went negative, was your capitulation low. Okay, that was your major low. Then from there, we've had a massive impulse up. What we've now done is we've come down into the zag zone here. What I always like to look for is in either direction, whether it's to the top or the bottom, is where we break support or resistance for two reasons: to grab liquidity or continue the trend. So can you see here how this here is a major support level? So you see how you've had lots of buys. So buying. So when we come below, it should be to continue the trend, and all these stops should get hit, and it should go and keep going down massively. Something you should always look out for is if they come down and grab all those stops, if it then comes back up through, what was the point of it coming down? Like when you break major support, it should be a massive dump. Like see this big black candle, it should then continue down and keep coming. So the fact that we've now come up, we've bottomed here, and then now we're getting back up through is a really good sign, because all these buyers here aren't exiting, okay? And this was just your liquidity bottom to flush out all the weak hands, and then it could be coming back up here. That's the weekly. Let me go into the daily now and show you what it is I'm looking at. So you got to think, when you broke this major support here, why did it come down and put in a double bottom and then change market structure back up through? Okay, on bullish divergence as well. Okay, so that's what I was pointing at the time. We haven't actually changed market structure yet, because as you can see, lower low, lower high, lower low. This could still be another lower high. So what we needed to do now is come back and test this support here and then bounce up. If we do that, that will be a really good sign, because what we don't know is that, yes, we have definitely gotten through the zag zone of this area. So zigzag, zigzag. However, we might be from this top here coming up, and it may just be a 3-wave move. So you could just be going 1, 2, 3, and then we roll over. So I really want to see it get back up, take out this high, and I really want to see these buyers come back in. Okay, because here we bought there, as I showed you, for ages and ages and ages, all these buyers. So we want these buyers, want to come back in, reject around here, come back and have these buyers come back in around this 66, 65 zone. And if we do that and get up through, that will confirm the low on oil. Okay, so super close. I'm in. Couple of things, and I'll show you again a couple of other charts that are looking extremely good as well, which is just adding that confluency for oil. If you ask anyone if the low's in on oil, they'll all say no, it's going to 40, 45, whatever it is. Again, perfect sentiment. Everyone's expecting lower oil prices as well. Okay, and there's a couple of other fundamental reasons why it's extremely bullish as well, but I'm just going to look at the charts and show you confluency across that today. So that's the oil, what I'm looking at there. Could just be a 3-wave move. I don't think it is, but again, I'll be prepared if it is. I don't want to see it fall back out of this 63. Okay, so that there was your change of market structure. If we fall back up through there, that's going into the zag, out of the zag zone. I definitely don't want to see that. Okay, and if that's a wave 1, wave 2, the wave 4 shouldn't be able to really enter back into that territory anyway. All right, so from there, I'm just going to show you a couple of other key charts to get that confluency. So the energy sector, like I talked about, was extremely... So this is what I wrote about in my News Corp article a while ago. I'll just pull that up and show you. So guys, if you ever want to come read my articles, there's obviously paid ones from Crude, but there's other ones free from, like, small caps and whatever as well. But if you come to masterthemarkets.com, there's this news tab here. All my articles and anyone's articles, you can see tongues, etc. They can all be found here. So this is where it is here on the 5th of May. Okay, so a month ago, a bit over a month ago, when I talked about the energy bottoming. Let me just log in there. Okay, and when invest for the next 8 years, and I was saying it's in the quiet corner. So what people don't realize is that if you go off history, everything that was the best performing asset for the decade was never the best performing asset the following decade. So this is why I'm talking about here. Everyone's screaming Bitcoin has been the best performing asset of the last decade. History actually tells us that it will not be the best performing asset this next decade. Okay, and again, this is not me. This is just history. It might be. Maybe it's broken. Maybe this is the first time that it's happened. Maybe blockchain technology. But again, there's been other more important things than blockchain, like the cars and internet and oil, gold, all these kind of things that have come through. There's been a lot of other bigger reasons that could have kept going and didn't as well. So I know it's really easy to get caught up in the blockchain revolution and this and that. I believe it is extremely bullish in the long term. I just don't believe it will happen until probably 2030. So we're in that 2020 to 2030 section now. We're already halfway through. And if you look at it, we actually peaked 2021. Bitcoin's really the only thing that's gone up. Altcoins haven't since then. So even so far, crypto hasn't been the best performing asset. Bitcoin has been at the moment. But to be honest, even since 2021, it hasn't really. This decade, it has not been the best performing asset so far. You got to remember here, 2021, towards the beginning of the thing, it hasn't really gone much higher since. Where that goes, we'll see. But we definitely know others and altcoins are nowhere near. They all peaked on that late 2021. So for the last 4 years, altcoins haven't been doing anything. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's go back to the energy sector. So what I was talking about in that article was everyone always chases yesterday's gains. Okay. What you want to do is go where's tomorrow's gains going to be. And that's what I always talk about with Wayne Gretzky, skate to where the puck is going. Okay. So from there, I talked about the fact that the energy sector actually has an inverse relationship with things like the NASDAQ. So when the NASDAQ is in a bear market, energy is in a bull market. When energy is in a bear market, NASDAQ is in a bull market. Okay. And I was talking about the need with AI and energy and how, the demand that it needs, etc. And I was talking about Woodside here, saying, can you imagine if I said back in '08 that Woodside would be a, going to go into bear market for the next 20 years? We would got laughed off the street. But this is how cycles work. It wasn't Woodside's fault. It was just oil's fault. Oil was bullish during that part. It wasn't bullish during this part. But this is the thing. You've now had that major correction. We now will move into the opposite, looking into the next one. So yeah, skate to where the puck is going. So anyway, that was when oil had bumped. That here, when I go back to that energy sector, was this low right here. Okay, so you can see here, 1st of May, it was when the energy sector bottom here. From there, you can see we've come down. And what I talked about in the thing was the last time that we had monthly oversold on the thing there. So you can see, and they all led to great rallies. So again, history tells us good time there. Again, buying, what's that? Liquidity bottom. Okay, so beautiful little move there as well. If we then move into the daily, you can see that we have broken, actually, I'll go weekly to see better. We are breaking out of the decline closely here as well. So see this major support, resistance, we're breaking up through here now as well. So energy sector is looking really nice here, getting through zag zones. So energy sector is looking good as well. Now let's actually look at some oils. So triple O is the better oil ETF unit. So this is leveraged to the oil price. So this one here, again, I'll show you the big picture first. So let's look at the monthly. All right, so we had our first 5 waves up, like I showed you on the oil. Then we've had our ABC correction, and then you can see we've had our flat correction, sideways accumulation here, okay, off the zag zone. Okay, so beautiful accumulation off the zag zone. So zig, 5 up, impulse, ABC down, reaccumulation, ready to go, good increase in volume. This is why I entered even recently now. So I entered energy stocks more in the uranium sector as the leader. But also here, if you look at the thing, we had a change in market structure here. So higher high, higher low, higher high. This is why I bought it yesterday, which is where I was talking about it in the chats here. Where is it? Yeah, so triple O, 529 bought yesterday at just before close, like an hour before. So I'm in as of yesterday for triple O. Another one I got on was BPT as well. Again, this is one of our students in there. He, again, already all over it as well. Already up 24%, 21%. And then, yeah, this is me talking about where the things that you can look at, which is Woodside, BPT, etc. I went in on BPT at 124. I'll explain that one in a moment as well. But here, if you look at this one as well, again, you can see the beautiful increase in volume off the accumulation. So see, we've come up off this accumulation as well, good increase in volume on the change in market structure. So once we get up through this $6.10, that'll absolutely fly because it will confirm the zag low and then we'll take out the high. So yeah, this one can run really well. It's leveraged to the price of oil. Yeah, so it is a decaying ETF, so it's not something you hold long term. But while oil's in a bull market, you definitely hold it because, as you can see, it went from $2.50 up to $11 last time oil had its bull run. Okay, so the other ones I talked about was Woodside. And as you saw, I showed you before with Thingo, if you come to the Academy here, I'll show you Woodside. So talked about it, but even back here at Feb 6 as well. But Woodside Shane's talked about his post for it as well. So having the wave 2 low in here and then coming up. So here, I talked about it on May 28th as bounced off that zag zone. So I'll just go in here and show you about Woodside. So when I identified energy and that looking good, I jumped on the trading floor and was talking about, and this is where we got into Woodside here, down at 21.44. So beautiful change of market structure. Once it came up, just getting off the zag zone here. So nice entry off that 21.50 there. So that's Woodside looking quite good. I actually prefer Santos more than Woodside. So Woodside here, sorry, Santos, same thing. You've got a nice leading diagonal here. So the beginning of a move, ABC retracement down to the zag zone. You can see it's come down perfectly to that fib 382618 zone. And now we're coming up out of here as well. Again, this major support, we're reclaiming that zone again. All right, so I actually like Santos more than Woodside, and I've positioned my super and stuff according to that. I do have Woodside as well, but more in Santos. And the one that I've added to the more leverage play is that BPT, because this one has the most leverage to oil out of the three of them. It's a smaller market cap as well, so it has more room to move. So this one here, same thing. You can see you've come up, had your impulse, your correction. So I wait and looking for it to come up here, but in particular, what I'm looking at here, we just clear this up now. Okay, so off this move here, we've come down to the zag zone right now, which you can see is where previous buyers were last time. Okay, so big support, zag zone support here. If you look at the volume, again, really good increase in volume. So you can see volume supporting all the moves, not supporting the down moves, which is good. Supporting the move, not supporting the down move, good. And then I then zoomed in on it, went, okay, let's have a look and unpack what it's done. And I can see here you've got nice leading diagonal, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. You get your divergence from your third to your fifth. Okay, third to your fifth divergence. Then you get a ABC and a sharp C wave retracement. Okay, really oversold now, looking for that bounce off, which is why I ended up buying it just before close as well. I was like, you know what, oil's looking really good here. It was looking to break out like I talked about. This had a really good risk reward because I could take it, just have a stop below. Nice tight entry to take that one. So hopefully that follows through today. I got in at $1.24.5, $1.23.5 now. So, I'm down 1% right now. But let's see how she turns around up here. I really want to see it break back above that zag zone up out of there. So there are a couple of another one that I've been pointing out for a long time is Horizon. So guys, if you're not part of my ASX share trading and investing, this is my free Facebook group that's been going for a long time. All of the interns, a lot of people that have done my course are in there that are very, very, very good, sharing their thoughts and stuff all the time. But if you're looking here, this is where I've been for like 5 years, posting lots of good stuff. Again, I'll put the link in the description for you. But Horizon Oil here is one of the quality, you can see it here. Horizon quality small cap oil play, broken invest head and shoulders, broken night. So this is one that I've been in for a long time. Like I'm talking 3+ years now. And it's probably my favorite fundamental small cap one. So if you look at HZN, go to the weekly here. Okay, you can see that play there coming up and look like a bit of a retest here, this resistance as support. And if it does that and gets up through there, that'll be really nice. Well, it pays a dividend, but a good smaller cap one as well. So there are a couple of the oil miners there. Just wanted to show you again, there's just so much good stuff going on. And that's why I laughed when someone said, oh, you kind of bear it. I was like, man, I've never been so bullish on things actually. So no, I'm loving, commodities right now, looking extremely good. The energy sector as well. Silver, for the follow-up thing, just ride the structure, guys. You don't need me to hold your hand throughout the whole thing. As long as it's bullish market structure, it's all right. So you don't need to panic on every little zig and zag that's going on. You've just broken a major resistance. So unless it comes back within and does like I did the opposite to oil there, you got nothing to worry about. All right. So you break resistance for 2 reasons: continue the trend or grab liquidity. As long as we don't really go back below that 34, then you'd have to lean on the bull side that it's going to continue the trend. Okay, so nothing to worry about there. Platinum's been an absolute winner. It's just absolutely killing it here. Yeah, so now it's up even further. 40% since I talked about it on. So again, I'll show you guys here. Back to my page. Again, wrote about this in News Corp, that literally the day before it pumped up as well. So platinum here, NTM students know that I got a massive long-term position down at 920. So that was down here at 920. That was on the tariff lows because I knew there was a very good chance of the wave 2 bottom being in from the completed triangle. And then I know that was coming, which is the beginning. We're about to break out here, which means that we're going to be changing the market structure on the bigger time frames too. All right, so I would expect short-term sellers to come in soon after a massive run. We're really oversold. So, if you've got a short-term horizon, you'd be looking to lock in profit on platinum here at resistance. Me, like I said, long-term, not short-term. So for me, no, it's only just begun and it's got way more to go. I'm holding this thing for years, not a couple, not 3 weeks. But I will take profit on some of my platinum trading ones here. Like Zim did extremely well. So same thing here, still going to hold in the long term, but this one here, I got in down here at $11. So I'm up, nearly 50% on that one. And traders are going to be thinking the same thing as me, is back to the top of the wedge, take resistance, overbought, just lock in your short term. If you've doubled your money, not doubled your money. So if you got a 50% move in a couple of weeks, you kind of, as a trader, you lock that in kind of thing, So yeah, could expect a bit of a pullback or whatever here as well. But again, long-term still looking really, really good. Volume still looking really good. Just, yeah, everything about that's looking extremely good as well. But yeah, the Zim hit its short-term target and platinum's approaching that resistance. You'd expect a bit of supply to come on here, if you know what I mean. So yeah, everything's still looking extremely good there, guys. Everything looking good. You just have to ride the structure. So for something like this, as long as they're selling high, they're buying high, you keep long. Silver, exact same thing as well. But I just wanted to point out energy and oil in particular. It's the unloved thing that nobody talks about. And you can get some phenomenal gains on something like that when it does end up breaking through as well. A good example to show that Woodside bottom is in as well is you've got to remember. So everyone's looking at Woodside here as, you've had your, this is what can happen when oil is good. All right. It's now been correcting that move. So zig, zag, big major macro correction. And if you look here, and again, I'll just unpack the charts. They tell you what's going on. If you really look, if you look at them properly, they tell you exactly what's going on. So we peaked, buying lower, selling lower, buying equal, but selling lower, buying lower, selling lower, buying lower. Hang on, buying equal. That's the first time, every time we've bought, we haven't been sold into lower from the T. Lower, 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 equal. Okay. And then here, we had an equal there, but when that equal turned into a lower high, not an equal high. Okay. Here, you can now see this move here, something different happened. Okay. So to the untrained eye, it looks like, to me, I know what that is. It's a beginning. It's wave 1. This is a wave 2. But to help you identify it more, you've got to remember dividend. People go into Woodside for the dividend. They're not there because they think it's going to quadruple or 10x or something like that. So this little button down here, ADJ, will adjust the price for dividends. So if you click that, then you'll start to really unpack what's going on. Okay. See how this move was different? It was different because look, it actually took out a new high with your dividend adjusted prices. Okay, so this was your correction. Okay, this was your flat correction, big zig, big correction. That was your low. Then from there, we've made a new high and now we're coming down. If you notice where that is, it's actually on the Fib 618 right now. Oh, Fib 5, sorry. Okay, so we've gone into the zag zone, Fib 382, 618, beautiful zig, zag, and now we're bouncing off it once you look at the dividends. So can you kind of see what I'm seeing now? And the fact that things like oil, Woodside, Santos are actually all extremely bullish. You've actually made a new high when you actually bring it in with the dividends adjusted, and you can actually see all the different things. Untrained eyes or professionals, I mean, people that don't know the markets, that aren't professionals, don't understand how all these things talk to each other. But yeah, you can see it went in a correction from 08 to so for a 12-year correction there. This was the beginning of a bull market. This is wave one, but wave one is the accumulation phase where people, you know, in the know aren't, which is exactly what it was. The only time people started getting bullish on oil was in the wave 5 of the wave one. Then what did it do? Retraced. Wave 2 is that again, oh man, energy's bad again. Watch when we take out here and oil, everyone, we're talking about oil again, you'll enter the public participation phase of oil and it will catch up with all of its peers. It's been a massive underperformer. Okay. I'm writing a massive article in News Corp about it, why the fundamentals are going to back that up as well. But anyway, we'll wait for that one. But hope you liked the video, guys. If you did like it, please like and subscribe, share the love, spread it with your friends, tell them about GC Live as well. Get there. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to meet lots of people. And if you liked any of these calls and you want to get on, guys, come to our website up the top here, Moomoo Exclusive Limited. Click that Learn More button. It'll come in. You can get a free month to this. You know, get the guidance. Just be warned, you'll probably get hooked and you're going to want to sign up. But come check it out. You get a month free. And Moomoo is the cheapest. We partner with them because they're the cheapest. $3 a trade in and out. They're CHESS sponsored for security, and they do both Australian and international as well. Okay, so we did a lot to search and to find what best suits everyone, and Moomoo fits it to a T. So check it out, see how you go, and yeah, take advantage of the 1 month free in Academy, and then you could be taking these trades with us as well. All right. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.